After a 12-hour ride on the lake, we dock at about 10 a.m. The following morning, and my hosts were very courteous people. They were there on time. They picked me up, took me to my hotel. I got signed up, and then later on, the proprietor of that media house that had hired me, he was an MP, Honorable Anthony Diallo. He later became a cabinet minister in the late Benjamin Mkappa's regime in Tanzania. I got the job I auditioned for. It was a morning show on radio, FM radio. I had a rude awakening of catching up on life, especially from a cultural aspect. Number one, there was a language barrier. Kiswahili is the only language of transaction in Tanzania. You speak English over the years. Of course, it has morphed into something else. But at that time, it was difficult to communicate, to transact, or to even hold a conversation and meet people, interact with people. Some of the humorous or rather really funny incidents I can share with you. One of them is there was a time, the equivalent of umeme, luku. It's called luku. Luku in full is a lipa umeme kadiri unavyotumia. It's in short form. Basically, pay as you use. It's like buying airtime. So I think the units got over, and I didn't know. So I went to a retail shop to get a candle. So I go there and I point to the candle section. It's a retail shop. There are all sorts of retail goods and all that. So I point specifically at the candle, and the guy doesn't understand what I'm pointing at. Then he yells at me incoherent things I didn't even understand. I remember telling him, kuja pole pole, kuja pole pole. In other words, just bear with me. He busts out and laughs, and then he points at everything in the shop until he reaches the candles, and he tells me, no, hii hapa inaitwa mshumaa. Okay? Next time you go to a shop, say nataka mshumaa or naomba mshumaa. So that's a candle for you in Kiswahili. The other awkward moment was about the cuisine there. Just like we have the Rolex, we have things like Chikomando here. Their street food is chips mayai, which is basically egg paste with French fries, what we call chips. It's a paste of the two, but it has an accompaniment of a skewer, what we call muchomo here. Now, Coastal Kiswahili, muchomo is mishkaki. Now, there's another word that is almost similar in pronunciation with mishkaki. It's mushkaji. Mushkaji means chali wange, my guy, boy wange, my homie, my gango. You understand? So in one of those moments when we were, unwinding, chilling, I reached out to one of my boys and I was like, hey, mishkaki wangu, niambie mambo V.P.E, and everybody burst out laughing. The guy felt offended, but I was corrected. I was told, it's not mushkaki, it's mushkaji. Okay, so there's a difference. Mushkaki is the skewer, mushkaji is the gango. The other awkward moment in terms of a language barrier was another female colleague at the office. One time, she called me, hey, well, bush baby, njoo. So I shouted, nakuja. Of course, that's a basic Ugandan Kiswahili. Then she burst out laughing. So I was wondering why she was laughing. And then she later on, composed herself and told me, no, when they call you Joe, you're supposed to respond Naja. So Kiswahili is a very it's a language of decorum. It's a romantic language. It's a fusion of so many elements. I could probably equate it to French, Spanish, maybe Italian, but yeah, those are some of the awkward moments in terms of my life in Mwanza. So I began work, and I virtually did all the shows on radio, man, because there's the point when I was the only presenter on radio, but I was given a chance to import more Ugandans to come and join me there, and we actually built the first English broadcasting platform in Tanzania. It's called Kiss FM, based in Mwanza, still there to date. So that's a milestone, and it's part of the legacy. We'll get to that later. In my quest for fame, I tapped into branding. Something hit me. I just had a light bulb moment, and where I came from, I remember there were guys like DJ Berry, there was RS Elvis, Super Selector, there was Russ Rob MC, there was Gloria Kamba. There were so many. They had cool names, you know, Steve Jean. There were so many. The Shadow. There are so many. So picking off that experience, I also imagined I needed something that could make me stand out from the crowd, or sound different, look different, and maybe be consumed differently from the rest. And that's how DJ Bush Baby, the name or the brand or the alter ego or whatever you want to call it, you know, was officially born.